from a criminal totally losing it.
That's what the laws of the state of Nevada.
To totally breaking down.
Court defendant serve a term of life without parole. As to count 4 for the offense of attempted murder.
Treated for any mental health issues.
Why don't you go fuck yourself first?
These are 6 of the most terrifying courtroom moments of all time.
Read the verdicts.
This is Luis Bracamontes. He was convicted of killing 2 veteran law enforcement officers in California in 2014. Bracamontes was in the U.S. illegally from Mexico, and a jury found him guilty on 15 different charges. What made the case even more disturbing was how he acted in court. He showed no regret at all. Instead, he laughed, cursed, and even mocked the families of the officers he killed, and the judge too. At one point, he said he wished he had killed more officers and that he would do it again if he could. After that, the judge had enough and ordered him removed from the courtroom.
Ladies and gentlemen, step out of the hall.
And while in custody, the illegal immigrant from Mexico has continued to make threats.
I will break out soon, and I will kill more.
It's not uncommon for people accused or convicted of serious crimes to show little or no remorse, especially if they think they're innocent or want to downplay what they did. But Bracamontes was different. His open hatred and complete lack of empathy shocked everyone. The way he laughed, cursed, and taunted grieving families made the case even more disturbing, scary, and terrifying.
Trial, so claiming insanity isn't an option.
You still have to understand why.
This also fueled massive public anger and media attention. In the end, after all his cruel and heartless behavior, the court sentenced him to death. Now we go on from a cop killer to someone who decided to jump the judge.
Mr. Redden, is there anything you want to say on your own behalf before I pronounce sentence?
So basically, I would like to tell the courts, everyone here, like, based on my criminal history, like, I feel that, like, I shouldn't be, like, sent to prison for a second time.
Have you looked at your criminal history?
This is Deobra Redden, the man who went viral after leaping over a courtroom bench and attacking Judge Mary Kay Holthus in Las Vegas, Nevada. The shocking attack happened on January 3, 2024, during his sentencing for a felony battery case. Redden, 31, is now facing 9 new charges, including battery on a protected person causing serious injury and attempted murder of a victim over 60 years old.
Have you looked at your criminal history? Have you looked at your criminal history?
I've actually just, I looked at it.
I mean, you lived it, I suppose.
I just looked at it,
Yeah.
And, you know.
3 felonies, a gross, 9 misdemeanors, multiple DVs. Got a lot going on, sir.
When the judge began to deliver his sentence, Redden suddenly lunged forward, jumped over the bench, and tackled her out of her chair. The video shows him punching the judge several times while yelling curses. According to the report, he slammed her head against the wall and even pulled out some of her hair. 2 court marshals were mistakenly sent to the wrong room, allowing the attack to go on longer than it should have.
On probation and is worth the risk.
I appreciate that, but I think it's time that he gets a taste of something else because I just can't with that history. In accordance with the laws of the state of Nevada, this court...
In the aftermath of the attack, panic ensues as it's clear more help is needed in the courtroom.
A law clerk, 27-year-old Michael Lasso, bravely jumped in to pull Redden off the judge and was later praised as a hero. He said the whole moment felt unreal, something you'd never expect to see in a courtroom. The scene was terrifying to everyone present. During his arraignment, months later, Redden pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity. His lawyer said he suffers from paranoid schizophrenia and wasn't taking his medication at the time, claiming he was out of his mind and unaware of what he was doing. Redden already had 3 prior felony convictions and remains in prison for the earlier battery charge that led to this violent courtroom outburst. The next suspect keeps her hands down and her insults up.
Treated for any mental health issues.
Why don't you go fuck yourself first?
I'm sorry, ma'am.
I said go fuck yourself.
Okay, well, I'm a little busy right now, so I'm not able to do that. Ma'am, I'm just trying to help you.
Ma'am, he's trying to help you, and please don't use profanity or try and disrupt my courtroom, because I don't want to be forced to hold you in contempt of court. All right, Mr. Snyder's trying to help you.
This is Sherry Lynn. She was convicted of felony battery and of resisting arrest with violence. During her trial, the moment she was allowed to speak, she completely lost her temper and started getting loud.
But have you ever been treated for any mental health issues?
The judge immediately warned her not to use bad language in the courtroom and tried to keep things under control. A little later, when the judge finally announced her sentence, Sherry Lynn exploded again, and the whole room turned chaotic.
And I'm ordering that you stay away from Cynthia Cuba. Do not have any contact with her, and you must stay away from her home and place of business. As to the other case...
Who is this bitch cunt Cynthia Cuba? Tell me!
I think that's the lady you allegedly tried to hit with the pliers. The other case...
That bitch!
F14267,
That bitch is right from
the bond on count one is $5,000.
Hey, bitch!
The lead
Hey,
counts
bitch!
2 and 3 would be someone to play.
Hey,
Count 2 would be
bitch!
someone to play.
That
It's
is right from
$5,000, and count 3 is $1,000. Have a nice day, ma'am. We'll try and get you into the hospital.
What made it scary was how fast her mood changed and how she had no control over herself in a courtroom, right in front of a judge and officers. People like that can become unpredictable, and in a tense space like a courtroom, that can turn dangerous very quickly. Even with all that, the judge stayed calm and professional, which probably helped her avoid an even tougher punishment. If the judge had reacted to her behavior, things could have gone a lot worse for her. What's scary in the next one isn't just him, it's the whole case and his reaction.
Four defendants serve a term of life without parole. As to count 4, for the offense of attempted murder, violation.
This reaction from a confessed killer was the last in a series of intense moments in this Hamilton County courtroom. And
this is Jaleel Smith Riley. On November 16, 2013, in Norwood, Ohio, Jaleel took part in a violent armed robbery. He was with 2 other guys. They walked up to a parked car where 20-year-old Portia Brooks was sitting in the driver's seat, and her boyfriend, Aaron Martin Smith, was in the passenger seat. Jaleel knocked on the window and pointed a gun. He forced Aaron to get out of the car. Once Aaron was outside, one of the other men went through his pockets and told him to hand over his money. After taking all of Aaron's cash, Jaleel shot him in the head, leaving him with serious, life-changing injuries. Right after that, Jaleel leaned inside the car and shot Portia twice while she was still sitting there. Aaron survived, but with permanent brain damage. Portia fought for her life in the hospital, but she died 3 days later.
But he killed me mentally, emotionally. He killed my identity as a mother of 3, as a family of 4.
Before the judge announced Jaleel's sentence, Portia's family was allowed to speak to the jury. Her mother, Sharon Brooks, came to court carrying a small box with Portia's ashes, just like she did at earlier hearings. She told the court that because of what Smith Riley did, her whole life was broken. She said she used to be a mother of 3, and now she had to live with the fact that one of her children was gone, and all she had left of Portia was that box.
He wants parole. Well, I want my sister.
Portia's sister, Tia Marie Brooks, spoke next. She was emotional and asked the court to give Smith Riley the harshest sentence possible. She said he deserved life in prison with no chance of getting out. Then Aaron, the one who was shot in the head and survived, also spoke. He told the court that Portia would always be with them, watching over them like a guardian angel and helping them get through what happened.
4 defendants serve a term of life without parole. As to count 4, for the offense of attempted murder, violation.
this reaction from a confessed killer was the last in a series of intense moments in this Hamilton County courtroom.
As terrible as Smith Riley's crime was, what he did afterward made it even worse. At first, on August 11, 2021, he admitted he was guilty of aggravated murder and attempted murder. But later, even though his own lawyers told him not to, he changed his mind and tried to take back his guilty plea.
I have to deal with life without Portia, so he should deal with life without parole.
With his request to withdraw his guilty plea denied and death penalty off the table, the families of Portia Brooks and Aaron Martin pleaded with Judge Charles Kubicki to hand down the maximum sentence.
That sudden decision stunned everyone, the families of the victims and even his own lawyers, because by taking back his guilty plea, he opened the door again for the death penalty to be considered. During the trial, Smith Riley tried one last time to look sorry, He stood up in court and apologized, but Judge Charles Kubicki wasn't moved. He said the crimes were too serious and sentenced Smith Riley to life in prison with no chance of parole. When the 23-year-old heard the sentence, he fell to the floor in the courtroom. On top of the life sentence, the judge also gave him 11 more years for the attempted murder charge. The next case proves evil doesn't always wear a mask. It can argue its own defense.
The evidence is going to show that we are under some of the most.
This is Ronnie O'Neal, a man convicted of murdering his ex-girlfriend and brutally attacking his own children. On March 18, 2018, in Riverview, Florida, a frightening 911 call came in at 11:43 p.m. A woman was screaming and a man was shouting. The woman apologized to Ronnie, and the man said, "She killed me. Don't come outside. Call 911." Before the call ended. 8 minutes later, the same man called again, claiming white demons attacked him and that a woman killed her daughter. Then he gave his address. When deputies arrived, they found 33-year-old Kenyatta Barron unresponsive outside. Inside, 9-year-old Ron Nevaeh O'Neal had been killed with a hatchet, and 7-year-old Ronnie O'Neal IV had been stabbed and burned in a fire his father set. Miraculously, the boy survived.
Remember, I told you the evidence will not show you that my son witnessed me beat his mom to death, nor did he witness me shoot his mom.
The trial started on June 16, 2021. Ronnie O'Neal chose to represent himself in court, even though he had legal help sitting with him. The most shocking moment came when his own son took the stand for the prosecution, and when Ronnie questioned him, the boy looked at him and said, "You stabbed me." That took unbelievable courage. During his opening statement, O'Neal started yelling at the jury and tried to make himself look like the victim.
The evidence is going to show that we are under some of the most vicious, lying, fabricating, fictitious government you ever seen.
On June 21, 2021, the court found him guilty of 2 counts of first-degree murder, attempted first-degree murder, aggravated child abuse, arson, and resisting an officer. He was sentenced to 3 life sentences without parole plus 90 extra years. What made this case especially scary was how personal and violent it was. He didn't just kill, he attacked his own family, tried to burn the house, and then stood in court, acting like nothing was wrong. The fact that his little boy had to face him in court and say, "You stabbed me," shows how evil this was. Following up next, we have someone who was already prepared for the worst. This is Ricky Hand, a career robber who completely lost it in court. He'd been on a crime spree in Clark County, hitting drive-thrus, bars, a nail salon, and fast food spots. In 11 out of 13 business robberies, he used a gun. He'd even been out of prison less than 6 months after a 2011 robbery before he started stealing again. One night, he tried to rob an In-N-Out style place, but the owner saw him coming on the security cameras. Before Ricky could even pull his gun, the owner disarmed him and fired at him. The owner then called 911 and police arrested Ricky. After that, Ricky agreed to plead guilty to 7 charges, including aggravated robbery, breaking and entering, safe cracking, abduction, and attempted safe cracking. In court, 46-year-old Ricky finally heard his sentence. The judge sentenced him to 40 years. Ricky stared at him and said, "Did you just give me 40 years, sir? You just gave me 40 years. Well, guess what?" Then he suddenly reached under his arm for something he'd hidden, shocking everyone in the courtroom and showing just how unpredictable and dangerous he really was.
Did you just give me 40 years, sir? Yes. You just gave me 40 years. Well, guess what? Sir, what's this?
You can't play Jesus and God.
Court officials quickly jumped into action after the shocking incident. It turned out that Hand had concealed pill bottles filled with feces and urine inside the arm sling he was wearing. Within moments of his explosive outburst, officers managed to subdue and restrain him before the situation could escalate further. What are your thoughts? Let us know in the comments down below.